Alright, hello. So, today is going to be a bit of a different video than what I normally do. I'm gonna be doing some crafty shit. Cause I thought I'm bored. It's about 9 a.m. at time of recording. And yeah, I just wanted to do this. So, without further ado, my name is Evangeline, you can call me Eve, and today we're gonna do some crafty shit. Alright, in terms of explaining the crafty shit, I got this like star banner thing from my school. One of the English teachers, she had all this like craft supplies, and I saw this and I was like, "Hey, can I have this? Like, I don't know if you're gonna use it or not." And she was like, "Yeah, sure, I don't need it." Right? And then, hold on a minute. Okay, well, anyway, I have cardboard somewhere. Please bear with me. Yeah, like this. Cardboard. So what I want to do with this old scrap of cardboard and this is I want to paint these some different colors, and I want to make a bit of a poster thing. I have paint back there. I have brushes. So let's fucking go. I'm gonna go get ready for all this, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back with all my stuff ready. I have my hair tied back. Hydration is key. But I have some water, a palette. I do have some colored pencils that I might use. A bunch of paintbrushes, over half of them are dirty, because I didn't clean them. So, I just realized that I have a really messy desk, actually. So, but yes, I also do have some acrylic paints. So I'm just going to do a bit of a scroll through on my phone and see what we can find. I'm thinking like like a punk album, maybe like Green Day, possibly, because I'm seeing some Green Day in my phone. And I actually look at my punk playlist. It's not very big. I don't listen to very much punk, but the Star Banner lends itself to some good punk. Where's my punk playlist? There it is. Okay, so we have MCR, Green Day, Sick Puppies. So, could also do Paramore. I don't listen to Paramore that much. Let me find them. So, we of course have Riot, which is, you know, whatever, which is the band's most popular album as far as I know. But going back over here, we could do Green Day, we could do American Idiot, because I think the Stars just really lend it to like a punk or like an emo-ish album. So, let's look through here. Let's see. Because whenever I see Stars in like that style, I really think of like punk or like the emo kind of style. So we're gonna do that. And I don't think I actually have any space on my walls, so I might give this to my friend or a friend. I don't know who would actually want it. I could do something like Linkin Park. They are more nu metal though. Let's see. I think I'm almost to the bottom of this. list of albums. I have a lot of albums on my phone, okay? Oh, The Pretty Reckless. Light Me Up kind of lends itself to that, but I also don't feel like drawing it. Like, I feel like it doesn't lend itself well to symphonic metal, that's for sure. Maybe Joan Jett? I don't know, probably not. I do feel like it would be better to do, like, 2000s punk, though. So. And so maybe, like, Paramore or Green Day. So. Because, yeah, we're almost to the bottom of this. We could do Platinum Moon. I'll go with Paramore. You'll probably go with something like Riot. That just would require a lot of white paint. I don't know if I have enough. So I think we're gonna do this though. Here, let me. You know what? I'm not gonna screenshot it. I know what the album cover looks like. Enough. So we're gonna go with Riot by Paramore. And yeah. So let's just grab the stuff and start doing this. So we don't need the stars just yet. We do need our cardboard sheet and like some white paint. I probably need a lot of layers of white. So hopefully I do have enough. This is, it's like metallic white. I don't want metallic white. I want like white. Okay, this is white. I don't know how much I actually have though. Okay, that's what we'll use for now. So let's move this over a little. Shake up your paint. Okay. I'm never good at like fully shaking up the paint, but I'm good enough. My paint bottle is farting. Okay. My paint bottle was farting a little. Okay. Got this, and I think I will go for this brush. I've had this brush for years. Oh wait, my paint's actually covering pretty well. You might not need more than one layer. Some solid white paint. Okay. I'm just gonna tell a few random stories, because I think that's the only thing I can talk about right now. So, yesterday, my school had a bit of a Spring Fest thing, and what that basically means is, it's just a bunch of, like, rooms, you paid $10, and you got out of your classes. So, I paid $10, and if you saw my short from yesterday, I did karaoke, which was really fun, but I was also in the bracelet making room. So, that was really fun. Oh god, where is it? I did make a bracelet. I think it's backwards. Not very visible. But I'll probably put a picture of it while I'm editing. But I did make a bracelet. And I was sitting in the back of that classroom with some of my D&D friends. And, one of them, he pulled out, like, some plushies from his bag. He's, like, pulling them out, and he's, like, 1, 2, 3, with these random plushies. And he's, like, pulling out these plushies while counting. And then he pulls out a whole-ass cake. like a literal edible chocolate cake. And I said, dude, what the fuck? Like, where did you get that? And he goes, oh, I baked it last night. You can have some if you'd like. But the really, really funny thing is, is that he didn't have any forks, so we had to use our hands for this cake, which really cracked me up. I was like, dude, we're eating cake with our hands. At least 2 other people came to the back of the classroom and were like, yo, where the fuck did you get cake? Yeah, we just had a freaking cake party in the back of the classroom, and the teacher who was running the bracelet making had no idea, as far as I'm concerned. Oh crap, when the brush bristles came off. Hang on, I want to get that off before it dries in. Okay. That's going on the floor. That is a future me problem. Ow, okay, the bottom of this brush is really sharp, and I just stabbed myself in the hand with it. And so if you didn't see my short from yesterday, I would highly suggest you watch it, but I will kind of recap what happened. What happened was, in the karaoke room, I decided, why not sing a bit? I haven't ever sang in front of a crowd, so I decided to get a bit out of my comfort zone and do it. So I decided on a song that I knew nearly by heart, which is Nemo by Nightwish. Really awesome song. I love it. So my turn comes, and I did the song. I just don't know if other people liked it, you know? Like, do you ever have that feeling where you don't know if somebody actually likes what you've done? You just know that you think you did well? Because, like, I warmed up for at least half an hour and intentionally waterboarded myself. When I say waterboarded, I mean I drank a shit ton of water. Whenever I say I waterboarded myself around people who aren't singers, they're like, you did what? And I don't blame them. They're not singers. I'm gonna be holding that paint upside down now because I'm at the very end of this bottle. But I don't blame them for not understanding that waterboarding yourself in singing means you're drinking a literal shit ton of water. So, yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm just holding this, I just have this paint bottle upside down to the side right now because I am at the very end of the bottle. One of these random anecdotes that I have from, I think, 5th grade was that some poor kid, he threw up all over the classroom floor. I don't know what he ate, but it was probably something in the school lunches, let's be honest. And this poor guy, of course, he had to go home, but the rest of the class, we all got extra recess while the teacher cleaned up all of this barf. And that's like the one time I actually felt bad for those teachers, because I hated almost all of them. And it was mutual, they hated me. Oh. Bottle's farting over here. This is how we're doing on the cardboard so far. And I just got a lot of paint on the palette, so hopefully that's enough to finish it. Let's be honest, it probably isn't. So. Oh god, that's another bristle. Get out of there. Where are my tweezers? Oh, oh. Get it off. There we go. Yeah, I really hate when the bristles just fall off my brush. But like I said, these are really old. I've had these for forever. Because my brother and I, when we were younger, we had like a bunch of those like little kids watercolor palettes. I'll put one up on the screen somewhere, like up there, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you were a kid in like, I don't know, 2017 to 2018, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And honestly, they're probably still a thing. Kids probably still use them. But it's kind of nostalgic whenever I do see one. And I'm like, okay, wow, I used to use that all the time. And I used to see them a lot when I would work with kids. Before I left the church, I was in like a bit of a volunteer position in like the 3 to 5-year-olds. So it was like 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, and I'd like, handle them and take care of them while their parents were like in the adult service on Sundays. So, I would be in there, and it was me and this older woman. She was amazing, sweetest woman ever. And I would, of course, lead these kids in games and whatnot. And then we'd have, like, art and whatnot. But the thing is, I'm a very blunt person. So if a kid says something, I'll be like, no, kid, Santa's not real. No, I'm not that mean with kids. I might do that to, like, a 10-year-old that still believes in Santa. But not like a 5-year-old, so I'm not that mean. I'm kind of mean, but I ain't that mean. If you get that. What's really depressing, though, is that almost every teacher at my high school right now loves me to death, but all the students are like, what, she's an asshole. And I act the same around students and teachers, so I don't know what all that's about. Like, every student calls me, like, immature and, like, a bitch. And then all the teachers are like, oh, she's so mature, she's so nice. And I'm like, okay, am I immature or am I mature? Or am I immaturely mature? If that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, because I feel like a lot of people are immaturely mature or maturely immature. Because, it's like, there are a lot of adults that a lot of people would see as mature, like, oh, they do their taxes, but they're really just like a 12-year-old boy at heart. Like, the first person that comes to mind when I think about that is, like, the entirety of Hailstorm. Like, they all act like 15-year-old boys, and it's amazing. Love them to death. Like, Lizzie Hale is a beast. And RJ is just the fanbase's little chaos goblin. I saw them live last October. Amazing experience. I hope they tour around my area again. Because last time I went to see them live, had to drive all the way to Spokane. Freaking Spokane. That was a 5-hour drive. And there was a car accident on Snoqualmie Pass. So that stalled us for around 45 minutes when we tried to get there. Which was a pain in the ass, because I was just in the passenger seat of the car while my dad was driving. And we were just listening to Hailstorm's, 4th album? Yeah, Vicious is their 4th. While we were stuck in this traffic for a good, I'd like to say, 45 minutes. At least. And the entire time, like, the GPS was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Go forward. So, yeah, there was, like, we don't have, like, the Siri GPS, because my dad has a Tesla. I'm not sure if I like the Tesla, but it's not like I can have much say in what car that we have. But it's not like the Siri GPS, it's just, like, good old GPS. Right? Like, it doesn't talk to you, or my dad doesn't have the setting on that has it talk to you, but whenever people do have the Siri GPS, I'll be, like, chatting with them, like, oh, did you hear what Billy did the other day? Like, shit like that. And then Siri will randomly go, turn left at 87th Street. And I'm like, Siri, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Like, we can see that you want us to turn left at 87th Street. Okay? We know. And is it 87th Street East or 87th Street Southwest? I don't know. There are two 87th Streets. And then it'll tell you to do a U-turn. And you're like, you told me to go straight. What the fuck? And then Siri will tell you, like, oh, but there's traffic here. Siri, I don't give a shit. Like, sure, if it's the quicker route, then maybe, yeah. But if I'm already going that way, I'm not going to turn around. Like, logically, what the fuck are you thinking? Oh, another brush bristle. Where's that going? On the floor. And those are the wise words of Piper. If you don't know who that is, she does this she has this really cool makeup stuff, like really good like special effects makeup. You've probably seen her like Monster High doll series. Really cool stuff. But whenever she's taking off like her eyelashes, like the false lashes, she's like, "Oh, where's the glue going? On the floor." So, yeah, in the wise words of Piper Artistry, the glue is going on the floor, or in this case, the brush bristles that fell off of this paintbrush. But yeah, we are almost done painting this completely white. I thought this would require so many more layers of just paint. But really, I just painted myself. Really, it's fine. I have white paint all over my hands. I don't know why I'm surprised. Violent paintbrushing sounds. I am really cringy. I think that just comes with the territory, though. I've always been a little cringy. So, another random anecdote of mine is the way that I met one of my musician friends, Marley Jane. Now, she's a smaller musician, and the way I met her is extremely, extremely funny. So, we both play on a Minecraft server together. I won't disclose the name because I don't think the founder would particularly enjoy that, so I will not. But I said, well, I was just grinding on the Enderman farm that we have on there, just community Enderman farm. I was like, you know, I feel like almost every musician is neurodivergent in some way, because you have to be a little neurospicy in some way to be in this industry, right? And Marley, she replies, "Oh, yeah, I'm a musician, and I totally agree." So I DM her, I'm like, "Do you have music out? And if so, I want to listen to that shit," right? So she directs me to her music page, and it's good. Not what I normally listen to. What's really funny is we are good friends, but we do completely different genres of music. She does like I don't know how she really describes it, but I think she said like bluegrass in the past. Like very mellow, right? And I sing metal. And I find the comparison so funny because nobody would expect me, a metal singer, to be friends with a bluegrass artist. Okay, we're almost done with this. I just have to fill in a couple of things. But we are good friends. And she's helped me out with my journey quite a bit. I want to get into a songwriting session with her, but we're both busy. Like, the times that I'm free, she has to work, because she also like does like vocal and instrument lessons, which has been helpful for me actually, because she's been able to help me out a bit with my own vocals, which is awesome. I was actually telling my English teacher about that, and she was like, "Yeah, not many people can do that." So it was like, yeah, it's great. I'm just using a smaller brush right now to fill in any of the smaller places. It's like a hog hair brush. I hate these. I got them for Christmas a couple of years ago. I hate them. Like, the bristles are, like, fanning out. I really... Like, first use, the bristles were absolutely fucked. Oh my god. But, yeah, I think it's mostly, like, on the bottom of this that there's problems. Okay, then there's, like, this random fringe at the edge that I might cut off, but also it kind of gives it that punk energy to have it be imperfect. So I might keep it. I don't know, this is cardboard. It's meant to be imperfect, right? Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. That's what we got. Just completely white. So I'm just gonna leave this to dry right there. Put my brush in the water. So now we have all of the stars to paint. Now I'm gonna paint it like the actual like cover of Riot. So it's like orange, black, white. There's like some gray in there too. So that's what we're gonna do. I want to get like a good like Riot orange color. If that makes literally any sense at all. Some of these stars are already a good orange color. I just want to kind of paint over them. I think the first order of business is to untangle them, because this is just as bad as Christmas lights. What the fuck? Okay. The actual first order of business is to just cut the shit, because... There we go. Okay, first star. I don't know quite what colors I want to paint these quite yet. Oh, right, I said I was going to do some, like, Riot colors. Okay. So we'll just get a few stars for now. Just because I don't want too many. Okay, yeah, I'll just do 3 for now as, like, a bit of an experiment. Here. Shit. Okay, I have this plastic bag that I'm gonna paint on top of because I don't want to get my pants too dirty. So, I'm gonna go with... Okay, I'm gonna I have a bunch of, like, random, like, orange colors. Text me? Okay, whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna like compare these to get into the light. Okay, that's a good color. Maybe like mix in a little bit of like gray. Burnt sienna is a little dark. So it's either this orange or this burnt sienna color. But I think we're just gonna go with orange. And I have the exact color in these bigger bottles of paint. So, we're gonna go with that for the first couple of stars. Shake the paint. Okay. Probably don't need too much paint for just the stars. And I probably don't need a big brush either. So let's just go with one of the hog hair brushes. I don't care. Alright. Start with this. Oh god, this is going to require more than one layer of paint. Yeah, because like the green is really showing through on there. Okay. Good to know. I really should have just pasted it onto that orange star. That probably would have made it 10 times easier. Yeah, because this looks like shit. It's like half green. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go with another layer of this orange. This is making it worse. My hands are covered in paint, and this is what we got. It looks a lot worse on camera, or a lot better on camera. Worse in person. Okay, let me let this paint dry and I'll try to see if I can save it in a second. Let me just try to paint this orange star a different color of orange. That seems like our best bet right now. So I have orange paint. Oh yeah, that still isn't going too well. God damn it. Okay. I feel like I am finger painting right now. horrible. Okay, I might just go with black stars. Maybe I'll just go with black stars. Oh, okay. Stuff's falling out of my water. Okay. Stay. So I'm just trying to get all my brushes to stick in the water. Okay, well now that this grocery bag is covered in orange paint. Okay, I think what we're actually gonna do instead is just try to paint the album cover. So let's just open up a music app and use that as a reference. So, oh, that's a lot of orange. That's way too much. Okay, whatever. So it's like, here, let me see if I can map this out a little. Something like that, I think, would work. I'm just using a colored pencil. Okay. We're just gonna go for it. It's a punk album, it doesn't have to be perfect. That got really big. Okay. Almost done with the letter R. And the word riot. Okay, we got that so far. Okay. I can always touch this up with white afterwards. Okay. That looks really good, actually. The I isn't that hard. So now we have the letter O. Yeah, I've used too much orange paint. For the letter T. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's an exclamation point. Right there, Riot. Okay, it looks great. Now I think paint is mostly dry, but I kind of want to leave it imperfect because I want to like go into like the punk aesthetic with this. So I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and some black paint. I'm going with the smaller little riots. Oh, I find some black. Is this black? That's blue. Is this black? Nope. This is black. Okay. I still used too much orange, didn't I? Yeah, that is too much orange. Yeah, just wasting paint with the orange, unfortunately. It's not supposed to be perfect, I just have to remember that. Just gonna look at this. Okay, that there, it's everywhere. Okay, so something like this, you know. So maybe we have like a smaller one. Like that. A bit of a messier thing. Do I have a even thinner brush? I do. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this one. This one's really messy and I kind of like it. Okay. Okay. Or how just like add some paint splatters around here, just like it's like all around this. Crap. That's too much black on the brush. Whatever. Yeah, I'm actually gonna turn it upside, or not upside down quite yet, because I'm gonna do it like right here. Just like this. Just gotta. So, my naming system with my Stardew Valley animals is like music stuff. Like, I have one of my cows is named Meteora after the Linkin Park album, of course. I posted it to Reddit the other day, and somebody said you should have named her Meat Eora, like meat, like, you know. I did laugh at that. It was really funny. And they aren't wrong. It would have been a really good pun. I named one of my cows. I think her name is DEFCON 4. And I have a good reason for that. It's because... Oh, shit. I got orange paint all over my arm. But it's because Epica has more of like a death metal-ish song called Human Devastation. And one of the lyrics is DEFCON 4, prepare for war. So I was like, yeah, I'm naming one of my cows DEFCON 4, and you can't fucking stop me, game. Like, I seriously typed in DEFCON 4 as the name. And then Mari goes, okay, I'm sending little DEFCON 4 to her new home right now. And I was like, Marnie, you're just letting me name a cow DEFCON 4. Yeah, Marnie is a little off, that's for sure. That's how it's looking so far. I kind of like my style when it comes to painting. Very messy, you know. Yeah. I would like to find an even smaller brush, though. Oh, wait. This one might be a good size for what I want to do. Or I'd like to do some smaller ones. This is right. Okay. I want to try to do some, like, paint splatters at the end. So, that might be a good use for the rest of my orange that I currently can't use. I'll actually try that right now, just to hope it works. Oh. Please hold. Okay. 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 Sorry. I got paint in my eye. I think there's still some on my face somewhere. But, the paint splatter did kind of work. But I did get paint in my eye from it. Oh, it didn't feel good. Let's be a bit more careful with the paint splatter next time. I just trying to splatter the paint Okay, yeah, this keeps splattering into my face. I don't want to get in my eye again, so let's just... Yeah, I just had to, like, wash out my eye with water extremely quickly, because I didn't want to have paint in my eye for very long. Okay, so that's what we have right now. A lot of, like, paint splattering. I'm gonna finish up the rest of these little riot things. I don't know, does that look good? I think we could do a pretty big one in the middle. Yeah. Looks good. That's actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna try the paint splatter thing with some of the black, because I do have a lot of black too. I just hope I don't get this in my eye. Yeah, the orange in my eye wasn't great. I don't think the black on my eye would be too great either. like I said, it's not meant to be perfect. It's a punk album. So, I think we're done. Oh my god, this looks really good, actually. So, I'm gonna grab a Sharpie real quick. That's not Sharpie? No. Where the fuck is my Sharpie? Got it. Okay, I always use this off-brand Sharpie because I think it's funny. So. Just signing that. And we are done. Alright, I hope you enjoyed me being the chaotic bitch that I am. Okay, I need to go clean up and edit this video now. Peace out.